Hello, everybody. It's Robert. I'm going to start going live Monday through Friday, 10 o'clock, a little late today. Some things came up before I got started. I apologize. Um, I'd like to tell you my story. Um, I came out of Marine Corps, Sergeant Marine Corps, spent years in law enforcement. 2000, I broke my back. In one split second, my law enforcement career was over. Lost that income. We had 401ks in place and we had savings in place. We had to cash all that stuff in just to survive. Man, it was a huge night. This, I laid in bed screaming for years. Doctors, yeah, I don't think much of that. But, the technology that we have today, we didn't have back then. You know, uh, I could have learned what I'm doing now and I'd be way ahead of where I'm at now. So I just found this in October. I was working a job 50, 60 hours a week. They had me rebuild their system. It was a dietary department in one of these senior facilities. The thing was in shambles. The menu was horrible. So I brought it all back, had a great staff. They decided they wanted to cut the staff back where it was originally. And I was going to have to cover 2 full-time cooks, 2 servers, and the dishwasher and my job. And I decided I wasn't going to do that. I asked them several months earlier, and you can work 2 hours a day, which I did, but what I had to do, I did in between, like on my break, I would do something more in between, and then I'd finish up at night. I wouldn't have a whole lot to do tonight because, by the end of the day, I was exhausted. I didn't want to have to come home and work another couple hours. It was really, really a headache if I had done that. So I saw this system, I researched it, and I was impressed with it. It's 24-hour, 7 days a week, automated system. It's all over. It's on the internet, so it's all over the globe. How many people? 6 billion people, 7 billion people on the internet. So I'm out there. So one of the ladies I talked to, the one who signed me up, she already made. This was October, like August. She already made 30 grand. I said, "Oh, okay, let's look at this some more." So then I saw another lady. She had made $600,000 last year. Of course, I'm like you. I was skeptical about it. Another lady I know, she's made $5 million since October of 22. So the blueprint out there is all set up. If you can read and follow directions, you can get successful at this. That's my first live stream, my second live stream. I've got to figure out how I can get some screenshots up here to show you, because we have a huge community of this, and what some of the people are making in the community. It's multiple 6 figures. They also teach you how to make multiple streams of income online, if that's what you want to do. And a lot of people got their retirement built. A lot of people got their multiple 6-figure income a year, so they can go travel when they want to, do what they want to, and that's the goal we all have, right? We can retire. You don't have to be 60 to retire. You can be 35 and retire. So if you jump on this at 20 years old, 5 years down the road, you got 6, 7, or sooner. You could do it sooner, but it's up to you. You could start right off the gate making 6 figures in income, some more. So it just depends on you. retire probably 25. Go do your 2 hours a day every day, make your money, go do what you want to do. You can work more if you want to. Of course, more you work, more you make. But I don't mind working a little more. I don't. My age, the 2 hours a day, I do training along with that because they train you all the time. It's always training. There's webinars, there's classes that they've already got set up to tell you how to do this, and it's a tremendous amount of info. Plus all the community out there, the 50,000 people in the community. You always get with somebody, partner up, mentor up, whatever. Make your own community off of this community. It's really great. Yeah, I love it. I can see where it's going to go, where it's going. It's just growing. It's not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. Those are illegal to begin with. I remember years ago when they had when they made it illegal, not the multi-level marketing. That's something different. That's not pyramid scheme. I remember when they made the pyramid scheme, it had to be 30 years ago. Might have been more. Time goes by so fast. You can't do pyramid schemes. This is something that you put in your pocket what you make. You're not selling to a downline, or you're not making upline. You don't make money off what your downline does or your upline. You make money off of what you do. It's 100% profit. It goes in your pocket. It's called resale rights, master resale rights, which comes with this program when you buy into it. Now there's different levels you can buy into it. Depends on your situation, and you can always upgrade. I went right into the legacy builder program, which is the top one, because I wanted all the information available that I could get my hands on. Instead of you buy the lower one, you only get a certain amount of information. You go up to the next one, you get next. But at the top one, you get all the tools you need. So part of my day is let me show you. Now right here, if you want a screenshot, that's my web page that you can go to. You can email me at robjoylegacy.com. That's my email. So part of my day, and I'll show you what I do. You might have to decipher my hieroglyphics, but I'll explain it to you. First thing I do every morning is my social media content. Now, what is that? Well, I was on 4 platforms. I was on Instagram, which is goes to Facebook, on YouTube, and TikTok. I discovered Instagram, I don't get any views on Instagram, 0. But when it goes over to Facebook, I get a couple. I get a couple views. I don't get much comments. So I basically do not use Instagram or Facebook. I strictly use TikTok and YouTube. YouTube right now is getting a lot more views than TikTok, but I get a lot more engagement with TikTok. Go figure that one. So anyway, I make 3 videos. Short. I try to keep them 30 seconds. I'm just gonna spit out a little bit. If you've seen my videos, you know what they are. People only get little details. Now I'll refer them to my web page, because if you go to my web page, it's going to pop up asking for your email. That will send you a video that can explain it a lot better than I can. And the lady that's explaining that to you has made $5 million since October 22. That's who I want to learn from. Well, that's not rocket science. Now I don't even, I don't even go post a written post on Facebook. Facebook just doesn't do me any good. I don't know what it is, but might be an old guy thing. The younger people are on. I don't know. TikTok's got yellow young people. I get a lot of interest and comments on TikTok. So the next thing I'll do, and I spend about a half hour to an hour because you're trying to stay to your 2 hour day, right? You can screenshot. You can screenshot. I'll have more. You can screenshot the whole thing if you can read it. That says post free ads. I have a form on Word, has 200 classified ad sites. So I go through there and I just copy and paste ads through that all over the planet. I got ads all over the place. I mean, place I didn't even, I've been around the world from the Marine Corps all over the place. There's places I don't even know existed, but they're there. So that's one of the other things that I do. Here's the other one. This is what I'm doing right now. Going live. I try to get anywhere 30 minutes to half an hour, something like that. So I'm going live. Nothing complicated about all this. I mean, you have to get used to. I did not want to do videos because I'm not the person. I don't have to have the attention. But I found I like doing the videos. So now I said, well, I can go live. If I can do the videos, I can do live. So now I'm going to go live. And if I'm going live, that means I get to know you and talk to you and answer questions that you might have. So if you have any questions, you can always ask me in the chat, and we can just go from there. The last thing, well, I do this pretty much through the day. Let me screenshot. This will be all of it. So I follow up. What I mean by that, I respond to comments and emails. And if I pull up my account, YouTube, I go to my email, one of my emails. I'll respond to that. TikTok. If I go on the TikTok, it just pops up. I got comments, whatever activity I got going on. I get likes or followers, or they've added me to their favorites, or whichever. So to me, I just answer them as I get them. So I don't want to sit down at the end of the day and answer all my emails and all my comments. I can just do it throughout the day. But I want you to know, this is good for veterans too. You can be retired, but I didn't retire from the Marine Corps for one simple reason: we were stuck in a war zone and couldn't have weapons in. We couldn't have rounds in our rifles. Couldn't have a chamber. Couldn't have a loaded magazine in it. You had to get shot at first. Now that's bull. I'll tell you right now, he who shoots first wins. I didn't like any of that. And then, I was in Beirut in '83 when they blew up the Marine Corps barracks. 300 Marines killed, and we did nothing about it. We knew who did it. We know who did it today. They just recently got the guy to set the whole thing up. They knew where he's been for 40 years, and they did nothing about it. So that's main reason. One of the main reasons I didn't retire from the Marine Corps. But a lot of guys retire, get to 20, go on to do something else. Could have retired, went to law enforcement, do my 30 there. That was my plan. Like I said, I had mutual funds stacked up for retirement, and I knew by the time I was the age I'm at right now, I have a lot of money in the bank, and I wouldn't have to be doing a whole lot of fishing. And the other thing about this system is you can make money if you're out fishing or hunting or golfing, whatever you like to do. If you're sitting over in Rome eating pasta, or in Mexico eating tacos, This thing can make you money. You ain't did nothing. Now, if I go off like that, I take a laptop and I get my 2 hours. Now, usually I won't, Saturday and Sunday, I just make sure I get my 3 videos out. That's it. I don't want to do lives on the weekend. Don't want to take the time for lives on the weekend. And I got life. So I'm going to try to get my lives in Monday through Friday. But I understand the struggle, and I've been around a while. I had jobs I loved. I was good at being, well, I did homicide investigations, sex crimes, property crimes, and I was good at it. And I